All right, so today I'm going to read to you a Cuban folktale titled Martina the Beautiful Cockroach. It is retold by Carmen Didi. Now, as we know, folktales, when it says it's retold, we probably don't know who the original author is, okay? So be listening for some of those elements that we look for when we're looking at folktales. So here's our title page. And here we go. It's kind of a big book, so I'm going to have to move it back and forth to make it fit, okay? Martina Josefina Catalina Cucaracha was a beautiful cockroach. She lived in a cozy street lamp in Old Havana with her big, lovable family. Now that Martina was 21 days old, she was ready to give her leg in marriage. The Cucaracha household was crawling with excitement. Every señora in the family had something to offer. Tia Cuca gave her un peñeta, a shell comb. Mama gave her an una mantilla, a lace shawl. But Abuela, her Cuban grandmother, gave her an un consejo incredible, some shocking advice. So here's her grandma. There she is. You want me to do what? Martina was aghast. You are a beautiful cockroach, said Abuela. Finding husband to choose from will be easy. Picking the right one could be tricky. But, stammered Martina, how will spilling coffee on a suitor's shoes help me find a good husband? Her grandmother smiled. It will make him angry. Then you'll know how he will speak to you when he loses his temper. Trust me, Martina, the coffee test never fails. Martina wasn't so sure. Meanwhile, Papa sent El Perico, the parrot, to spread the word. Soon all Havana, from the busy sidewalks of El Prado to El Moro Castle, was abuzz with the news. Martina the Beautiful Cockroach was ready to choose a husband. I'll show you the pictures first. As was custom, Martina would greet her suitor from the balcony, under her family's many watchful eyes. Daintily she sat down and crossed her legs, and crossed her legs, and crossed her legs. She didn't have long to wait. Here's her first suitor. Don Gallo, the rooster, strutted up first. Martina tried not to stare at his splendid shoes. Keeping one eye on his reflection, Don Gallo greeted her with a sweeping bow. Caramba! You really are a beautiful cockroach. I will look even more fabulous with you on my wing. With that, he leaned forward and crooned. Martina Josefina Catalina Cucaracha, beautiful muchacha, won't you be my wife? Martina hesitated, only for an instant. Coffee, senor? Right on cue, Abuela appeared. With a quick glance at her grandmother, Martina nervously splattered coffee onto the rooster's spotless shoes. Oh my, she said with mock dismay. I'm all feelers today. Kikiriki! The rooster was furious. Clumsy cockroach! I will teach you better manners when you are my wife. Martina was stunned. The coffee test had worked. A most humble offer, senor, she said coolly, but I cannot accept. You are much too cocky for me. Oh, here's the second one. Don Cerdo, the pig, hoofed up next. His smell curled the little hairs on Martina's legs. What an unimaginable scent, Martina wheezed. Is it some new pig cologne? Oh no, senorita. It's the sweet aroma of my pigsty. Rotten eggs, turnip peels, stinky cheese. Don Cerdo licked his chops and sang, Martina, Josefina, Catalina, Cucaracha, beautiful muchacha. Won't you be my wife? Well, Martina had already left in search of coffee. She wasted no time with the pig. Gronk, gronk, squealed Don Cerdo as he dabbed the coffee on his shoes. What a tragedy for my poor loafers! He really is quite a ham, thought Martina. Calm yourself, senor. I'll clean them for you. I'll say you will, he snorted. When you are my wife, there'll be no end to cleaning up after me. Martina rolled her eyes in disbelief. A most charming offer, senor, she said drearily. But I must decline. You are much too boorish for me. The coffee test had saved her from yet another unsuitable suitor. Here's another one. The pig was scarcely out of sight when Don Lagarto, the lizard, crept over the railing. His oily fingers brushed the little cockroach's lovely mandilla. You shouldn't sneak up on a lady like that. I don't sneak, I creep, he said, circling Martina. For some reason, this fellow really bugged her. I've had enough creeps for one day, said Martina. Adios. But I need you. Wait! The lizard fell on one scaly knee and warbled. Martina, Josefina, Catalina, Cucaracha, beautiful muchacha, won't you be my wife? Martina sighed. Let me see if there's any coffee left. Looks like she found some coffee. This time she wasn't taking any chances. Martina returned with 2 cups for the lizard. Psst, psst, he spat. Don Lagarto was livid. He changed colors 3 times before he finally found his true one. And to think, he hissed, I was going to marry you. Martina stared at the lizard. You could have heard a breadcrumb drop. Food for thought, senor, Martina said icily. But I must refuse. You are much too cold-blooded for me. When her grandmother returned to collect the day's coffee cups, Martina was still fuming. I'm going inside, Abuela. So soon? See, I'm afraid of whom I might meet next. Abuela drew Martina to the railing and pointed to the garden below. What about him? Martina looked down at the tiny brown mouse, and her cockroach heart began to beat faster. Tai Kai Tin, Tai Kai Tin. Oh, Abuela, he's adorable. Where has he been? Right here all along. What do I do? Go talk to him and just be yourself. So there he is. So there she goes down to talk to him. Martina handed Abuela her peñeta and mantilla, then scurried down to the garden. The mouse was waiting. Tai Kai Tin, Tai Kai Tin. Hola, hello. His voice was like warm honey. My name is Perez. Hola, she whispered shyly. I'm Martina, the beautiful cockroach, he finished for her. You think I'm beautiful? The little mouse turned pink under his fur. Well, my eyes are rather weak, but I have excellent ears. I know you are strong and good, Martina Josefina Catalina Cucaracha. Then he squinted sweetly. Who cares if you are beautiful? Tai kai ten. Martina! Don't forget the coffee. It was Abuela. She doesn't look like she wants to take the coffee this time. You gotta listen to your grown-ups. No, thought Martina. No coffee for Perez. Martina Josefina Catalina Cucaracha. See, Abuela. Martina knew better than to argue with her Cuban grandmother. With a heavy heart, she reached for the cup. But Perez got there first. Quick as a mouse, he splashed Cafe Cubano onto Martina's shoes. Now the coffee was on the other foot. Martina was too delighted to be angry. At last, she'd found her perfect match. But she had to ask, how did you know about the coffee test? Perez grinned. Well, mi amor, my love, I too have a Cuban grandmother. The end.